world of windmills, dreams, and steady sparks of light. Model cars, giant schematics, pop culture in full flight. Sci-fi worlds he brings to life, each piece placed just so right. Step by step, a marvel grows in his hands, pure midnight. Waves, world building dreams, a vision clear as day. Every model ever seen, crafted his own way. Engines growl in his care, sci-fi ships taking air. Journey grand in his mind, through his YouTube lair. In each frame the universe blooms, tools and time in tune. Passion drives every beat, a symphony in his room. From classic rides to space-time, details deep, he's our guide. Worlds imagined taking flight, shining in the studio light. From classic rides to space-time, details deep, he's our guide. Worlds imagined taking flight, shining in the studio light.
You know, before this stream started, I was I was trying to dig out my multipass. I had the whole Lilu Dallas multipass, the replica of it. I got it in Loot Crate years and years and years ago, and I've kept it in the house. But can I find it? No, I can't find it. How is everyone? Lilo multipass. How is everyone? So tonight, obviously Bumblebee won. But the funny thing about Bumblebee, let me grab this box here, is that it's a tiny figure. It's about this big. It's only about this big. And I told Mrs. World Wayne about this, and she was laughing her head off. That it's actually 62 pieces. So we should have this done in 10 minutes, hopefully. You know, this is me though. And she was laughing because it's for 8 upwards. Ages 8 upwards. So yeah, that's probably going to be a challenge for me, that means. But it's really detailed. I mean, look at this. I don't know how they do things like this. Look, some of the stuff on the sprues here. How do they injection mold different colours on a sprue? I mean, look at the where's the one that had heads in it? Look. How on earth do they injection mold that? Pretty crazy stuff, huh? So we're gonna battle that tonight. And if we do manage to fix this really quickly, then I will start on Optimus Prime. Now, Optimus Prime seems to be a lot bigger. They are different brands. Obviously, this is part of the Trumpeter kits. Bumblebee B127, and the Optimus Prime is by something called Blockies. Blockies, never heard of that. But honestly, when you see the instructions for this, there's not much to do at all. It's like, that's it. So it's going to be a quick one. It's going to be a quick one tonight, I think. We'll have to see. But how is everyone? Hi, Steve. How's it going? 8 years to finish it. To behave. Hello, Christian from Grantham.
Let's give it up big time. Hello, Christian from Grantham. Now let's get cracking.
Yeah, look, Matthias says I can probably do both tonight, so we'll see. We'll see. I was thinking that myself, but you know me, Matthias. I'm going to be chatting like I normally do. First off, folks in Germany. I'm looking at you, John. Did you realise that Fan Home now have the Michael Schumacher Ferrari out? I didn't realise it's out in Germany now. So that one that everyone's been waiting for, this Ferrari. This is the one that I saw when I was at Barcelona in... When was I in Barcelona? I can't even remember. June, I think it was. I can't remember. But it's not out in this country yet. So it's in Italy at the moment. It's just got into Germany. So I'm guessing it's probably going to be coming here soon. We'll have to see. Hi, Chris Hurst. How's it going? So no idea. Agora Models. Now, they've got the Orca coming out in about 4 weeks' time. So it's wait, is it the 25th today or 26th? It's the 26th. So, you know, a month today is going to be Boxing Day. Now, they think that this is when the first shipments are going to start going out for the Orca. Could you believe that? So I'm hoping that in 4 weeks' time, I'm going to be able to start building that, which means I need to do assets. But I did say to Liam, Gora Models, when I was at Telford, I said, do you realise for the past 2 years, you've done a big announcement on Christmas Eve? And I can't remember what this year's was or last year's, but the year before was obviously James Bond. There was a big announcement on Christmas Eve. I don't think it was the Orca. I don't know what it was. But when I said, are you going to be doing something this year? They gave me the old, So I don't know. And I do think they've got something else lined up with Universal. So I don't know. I don't know. I'm just putting it out there so people don't forget. I've been working on the Christmas quiz. That's another thing I've been doing. So I'm up to about 10 questions so far. But as I said, it is done by decades. So it's going to start in the 60s and we're going to finish in the 2000s. So it's going to be a whole heap of questions. Will's Workshop, how the devil are you? Hopefully you got that package I sent you with the sticker. I don't know if you did. I didn't see your stream last night. Guess what? I had another box delivered today. So you're going to have the second box of that RB19 sent out probably tomorrow now. So you'll probably get that Friday or Saturday, I would have thought. So, and there's a lot more in that box as well. But I ain't came today. And the only other thing is I've already got now the full set of the space station. So I'm probably going to work on the space station tomorrow, get it finished, and then that will go up on the channel on Friday because tomorrow I'm doing Darth Vader. Now, if you've been watching the channel, the videos this week, it's been a nightmare. So John Wick, we had a missing stage, so I had to reorder that. You saw my muck up today where was it today? Hang on, I'm trying to get my head around it. Was it we had a missing stage? No, John Wick was. I had an issue today anyway. So it's 3 days in a row I've had issues with fan home stuff. So obviously, Darth Vader, we are doing the rest of the hands, but really hard molded hands so they can hold the lightsaber. But it can't hold the lightsaber because we're missing a part of the lightsaber which comes in pack 8. We haven't got pack 8. Now, pack 8 has been processed now. So I'm hoping we're going to get that soon. Now, all you folks in America haven't got that problem, I don't think, because I think you got pack 8, no problems at all. The other thing is, I do understand tomorrow is Thanksgiving over to my folks in America. I'm very thankful that you're joining us tonight. But I understand if you're not going to be on the stream tomorrow. But I will try and make it Thanksgiving themed, which should be fun. The other thing is I've been having a bit of a move around in here. So it doesn't look like it, but trust me, it is. So when I go to my workshop cam now, we've actually got all 4 cams working. Hang on. He says, let me turn that one on. Stand by. Stand by. Come on. Come on. There it is. All 4 cams are now working. So I've got that working, which I'm happy about. I like that cam. Let's go back. Let's stay on that one for a little while. That could be fun. Yeah, let's do that one for a little while. I've also got my laser engraver back on again. I think I might have to pull that table out again to hide some of the wires. Plus, I'm fed up with this light. So I think I'm going to move that light back over there. And the light that I bought for the table lifts up and I've got paint going underneath it, I'm going to probably mount a light somehow on my shelf. So I'll have 2 lights. You need to have 2 lights on workstation because I've noticed if I only have one, I'll get shadows and you can't see a thing. So you have to have lights on either side. That's what I've got. This is why this light's here. The only reason it's here is, well, let me show you actually. This is because lighting's a right pain when you do a YouTube studio. So let's go with this. If I turn off this key light here, see the shadow that is caused over here now? And if I change the camera to this one, this is my normal, where are we? That's, oh God, that's, not that one, that one. That's my normal build camera there. What's the difference between that light and then turning that one on? It's just a lot warmer. So I definitely need to sort my lighting. Lighting could be a right pain. But I've obviously moved this shelf down as well. My Batmobile is now always on. So if I do this, stand by. It should work. It was working. Come on. That's typical, isn't it? It don't want to work now. Oh. Ah.
Atomic batteries to power. Turbines to speed.
There you go. That's on. So we got that on. Plus, by the way, a lot of people were telling me about that part that I was missing on that 1/6 scale Mustang, which on the map. I did find that on the floor eventually. So when I do the 1/6 Mustang again, I will put that on there. What else have I got delivered? I had quite a few things delivered the other day. Just looking, mainly the space station. Oh, I got the new Skyline. I don't think I'm going to do that last pack of the Skyline because I've seen some completed ones, and it does. Since Will pointed it out with the decals not lining up, it is bothering me a bit. So I think I'm going to get up to the point where we have to join them together, and I think I'm going to stop there until the new ones come. I'm not as brave as Will as taking things apart. Which is cool. Which is another reason why I'm not doing the DeLorean at the moment, because I saw Mike Lane's Christmas tree and flux capacitor. I thought I want to put that in my DeLorean. But the thing is, I'm now up to stage 91. So if I was to do the next pack, I'll be joining them together, which I don't want to do yet. So we'll have to see. Mrs. Rodaway is getting there slowly. She has been a bit laid up, I think's the term. Been a bit laid up. She couldn't really walk around, but she's now starting to walk around a little bit. So I think I would struggle more with the 90s than the 2000s. I wouldn't have a clue about 2000s, Mark. 90s I was in college, so I can probably have enough to get by, but we'll have to see. But yeah, we're trying to wean Mrs. Worldaway off the drugs she's been on at the moment, because they're not good drugs to be on. So but you know, she's getting there. She needs to get better because she's doing a craft fair on Saturday. So if anyone's in Corby, there's a craft fair in Oakley Vale. It's her first ever craft fair, so she's got loads of stuff that she's been making that she's going to be putting on her table to sell, I guess. But there you go. The other thing is that I wanted to see the Airwolf helicopter, the Bell 222. Now I knew that it's with a company called Helix Avionics, and they're down in Manston Airport. And I've been getting in touch with them to see if I can get a visit for it. Now, obviously, it's in Airwolf livery, but it's not got all the extra bits that Airwolf has. It just gives me an idea of what a standard Bell 222 looks like. And I didn't realise it's actually a museum. So anyone can visit it. It's not a special thing. So I am probably going to do a trip down to Ramsgate. We've just talked about Mrs. World Away in January, going down there, and hopefully going to see the folks at Agora Models as well. So I might be able to get some inside knowledge while I'm there, like I normally do. But which is funny because this time in January this year, I was at Agora Models presenting them with their award. And talking about the award, there's only 4 weeks left to vote now. Now, I can't remember the link, but the link is on my link tree, which is, let's put that in here. So if you haven't voted, then, yeah, definitely vote. Because we need to present a winner this year, which would be pretty cool. You just finished the Skyline. Oh, wow. So what was so in the end, what was your decals like? Because I know some people had it more extreme. My petrol cap's bad. The others I could probably live with. It's the petrol cap that really bothers me, and I know that's only a little thing. But the rest I can probably live with, to be honest with you. But I have got Mike Lane's extension wire, so I'm not too worried about piecing it together. But I am worried. Once it's together, I'm not going to touch it again. But I do have models finishing. Obviously, the Skyline's going to be finishing. I've got the space station going to be finishing. There's just loads of models finishing. It's one of these finishing things. Is there any other thing else to tell you? I'm trying to think. I think that's it. Yeah, I think we're good. I think we're good. So I'm going to get on with Bumblebee. Now, as I said, this looks simple, but you know this is a Wednesday night stream. It's going to be bad, but I'm going to do it the way the instructions say. You'll notice that I've not got my nippers out because they say these kits, you don't need a nipper. Nipper, you know, sprue cutters, yeah? So what I've done is, let me go back to that one there, is that I've already broken 2 pieces off here just to see how they come off. They come off pretty good. Look, I can actually zoom that up a little bit closer, actually. It's, oh, we're on the wrong camera. Hang on. Let's go to that camera. There you go. Let's go a tiny bit closer. There you go. Yeah, you see that they break up, no problems at all. So yeah, that's going to be fun. Right, let's just have a look at these instructions now. Because I've got the camera this way, I can actually have the instructions open, so we can see it together. This isn't upside down to you, is it? It is upside down. Oh, so perhaps that way we can't see it together. So as you can see, there's not much to do in each stage. It's basically just get it off. So we're going to have a small figure. I've got no idea how big this is, but it's going to be pretty interesting. You need your nibbles, you want them 100% clean. Yeah, I've got my sanders here. I just wanted to see how it looks if I was to do it the way they want me to do it. You know what? I prefer this camera, I have to say. I can get a lot close up with that camera. So I have broken these two parts off at the moment, but I do need C1 and C3. So C1 and C3 is on here. What they basically say is just pull them off. Now, I did think exactly what you said, Matthias, but look, check that out. There's no flashing at all. So I don't know how they've been put on there. It's pretty crazy stuff. But what we're going to do first off is I'm going to be putting these on these arm pieces here. Now, remember, this is for ages 8 up. So if I cock this up, yeah. And I'm worried because, like, looking at this already, I don't know how. I've got a funny feeling this is meant to be fitting flush in here. But it's not. Oh, why did I start this? Right. All right, there is a way round it goes. I need to make sure that one of these parts is facing down. Otherwise, I'm not going to be able to get this in here. So I'm looking at this. And I'll be honest with you, my eyesight is absolutely terrible. So I'm going with my hunch on here. I do think this has got to go all the way down on here, but I can't see a thing. Stand by. I'm looking again. Right. Good start, I told you. 8+. Remember, it's 8+. I can't see a thing. I need my... There they are. I need these. Whoa, that was interesting. Clock's ticking. Behave. It's going to work. It's going to work. What's that? The Museum of Manson Memphis is next door to the Spitfire Museum when you can go out the flies. Yeah, I didn't realise that, John. I didn't realise there's a couple of museums down there. So I am going to do a trip to Ramsgate. Last time I went to Ramsgate was on the way to Dunkirk. So might need to get an 8-year-old to help me. Yeah, that's that is what I've never heard more true a statement said. Right, let me just have a look at this. So to me, and these are definitely the pieces that I need. They want them on these ends here, but they're not saying if they should go on all the way or not. But the funny thing is, when they're showing you what these things look like, they don't look anything like the pictures. So, I'm going to put it in the way I think it goes. Now I can actually see. I think that slot goes at the top there, and then that gets pushed down. So, I'm going to keep it in... Oh, it can only go so far. So that was right. I'm trying to push it too hard. Right, okay. I'm just getting my bearings with this build because it's not like your usual Gundam model, as you can see. They're on like that. Once we've done that, I'm going to be putting the front on. Now, this front has got 2 lugs on here. And it's going to be going onto these 2 points just here. There you go. See? Good start. Not too bad. Then I need these wheel-looking things. And again, I'm not using sprue cutters. Let's see how they come off. Look. Matthias, look. Look how sharp they are. Crazy. I think it's because they're painted. Look. The sprues are actually painted where you take them off. So I need those. And I also need A22. Here's A. And that's these ones here. And again... Oh, that might be a problem. Yeah, there's a little tiny flash on there. I'll get that afterwards. These are kind of like your hubcaps, which are going in the middle here. 1 and 2. And then this is going to go on B2, which is this one here. I like how you can just pull it out like that, and then these are just going to be pushed into these square parts at the back. There you go. 8-year-old, no problems. You can see the dimple of Wayne's finger with hard he has been pressing the parts together. Yeah, I realised I didn't have to do that. They didn't need to be pushed that hard. But, but there we go, we're getting there. So that's going to give you an idea of how big this actually is. I'm going to hold it up against my head in a minute and you'll be able to see exactly how big this is. Then I need C14. Now, the funny thing about this is, look, you've got this sprue, which is C, this sprue, which is C, and this sprue, which is Z. So there's no rhyme or reason to what this actually is. So I'm going to try and figure out which one it is. Look, we've got these as well. So this is the one it wants. There's another C, which is this piece here. And I'm basically going to take what I've just created and I'm going to be putting this into that piece. Like that. That's good. Then I need B17. Let's go back to that camera and get this off. And again, I'm just looking to see what Matthias said about, look, there's no flashing at all. Crazy, huh? This is going to be going on top of that. Whoops. This way around, I believe. Nice. Then I'm going to be putting B1 in, which again is a painted part already done for us. Now, if Gundam models were like this, I'd be a lot happier. I'll be hell of a lot happier. Okay, so I've got to make sure this is round the right way. So I think I've got this on the right way. This is going to go on here. Just seeing how it's fitting in. Or should it be round the other way? I don't know. Let's have a look. No, I don't think it's going to be going that way round. That looks silly. No, I think I had it right the first time. Let me just get this back in. There you go. Looking good. Okay, I can put that to one side. I'm hoping I'm not going to have as much stress as I normally have on these streams. So A19 and C16, which is there. That is some amazing engineering. Yeah, tell me about it. Okay, this, if I can pick the piece up, is going to be going into, how do I get that in there? Stand by. I'm just looking at the picture. So they want that on the outside of this. Oops, right, okay. It's good that they gave me a picture, a way of how this is supposed to sit in here. So, hang on a second. Okay, it sort of sits into a slot here and slides in. So, if I can get it in, wow, look at that. That's how that looks. That's pretty clever. Now, I'm believing we're only making the left arm at the moment, but we're going to need 2 of these. B14. If anyone can see these, shout. I can't see a thing. B13. Let me go to this camera. Can anyone see? Actually, let's go to this camera. B14, people. Actually, that's probably the best way around for you. 18, 13, 17. I've got no other B, have I? What about this one? That's A. That's A. That's C. B14 and B9, they're supposed to be really tiny. Ah, there's B9. So let me get that one off. That's a tiny piece. I can see 11. Anyone? 22's up here. What are these? Ah, 14. Look at this. Oh, wow. Look at these. Okay, I've got to figure out how I get this off. Right, these, look at this. They're actually underneath the sprue on these pieces here. You can't see that. Stand by. Look, check that out. They're underneath the sprue. Not on top. Underneath. Crazy, right. B14. Let's see if I can get these off the way that, oh God, I don't think. They do. They still come off exactly the same way. Look at that. So we're making a joint here. What I want is the larger of this ball joint to push into here. Like that. That was easy enough. Then this is going to go into the top of the leg I just created. Like this. Perfect. So we've got a leg joint in there. Actually, this is the arm. I thought... So that's me thinking I'm building a leg. This is the arm I'm building here. Okay. Then I need a hand. Now I've got to decide which hand I want. I can have C7 or C5. Shall I have it open or closed? This one's open. This one's closed. I'm thinking we go for open. And it's the left hand. So I'm guessing it's number 7. That one there. With people building these Gundam models, I do wonder what you do with all the spare parts if you decide that you don't want to have, you know, these parts on. Hang on a minute. I'm just trying to figure out how this goes. I'm missing something here. Ah, right. Okay, look at this. Oh, God, look at the instructions. Right, so I normally read instructions like this. Bump, 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 bump. Bump, 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 bump. No, this one's bump, 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 bump. So I'm not missing anything. They just decide they're going to do it the other way around. That's just stupid. Okay, A17. That's this piece here. And I need B11. You have a Ziploc bag filled with your excess Gundam parts in a desk. Yeah, does it matter what you've got with each one, though? Do you have to match it with the one that you have, or can you just use them on anyone? While you're thinking about that, I'm just trying to find B11. That's down here. Right, I've got that one. Cool. I'm going to piece these two parts here together. But I don't want to push them all the way in because I need to put this part in first. So that's going through there. Nice. And I'm closing that off by putting the other side in here. There you go. Looking good. Okay, now I get to put the hand on, which is going to go in here. And there we go. We've got a tiny... Well, hey, let's go back to this camera. A tiny hand and a tiny arm. Very good. Okay, which means now we know what we're doing. We can do the other one. Ow. I think I just cut myself. Ian would be teasing me now, but Ian's obviously in New York at the moment. Lucky man. Just looking for C15. There it is. Wait a minute. C15 is another... Oh, yeah. Another one of these. Hi, Todd. How's it going? For the little arrows on the page. Yeah, I didn't notice that. This is the first time I've ever done one of these. They are a little bit funky, I have to say. Like A19, I've just... I think I've just taken the wrong part off here. What did I just take off here? I want this one, A19. I've just gone and taken a part off I shouldn't have taken off. I'll figure that out in a minute. Okay, so I'm going to put this into place just like last time on here. It slides down and then sort of clips over the top, just like that. I am now following the arrows on the screen, so I need this little ball joint, and then I need B14, which we know now is underneath here, which again can just pull out. Look at this, no sprue cutters or anything. That's great. There you go, that one's in. And then push this into here. I can see why it's 8 plus now. Right, then I need this one. And I also need B8, which is finding these pieces. B8, there it is. Other part must have been a leg. No, it's the other part of this. So what's going to happen here is, let me get this right. I've got to put this piece that I've just got in through this side. So it comes out the other side there, and then I close it off by putting this piece on here. So once again, we're making the arm. Now, because I've got one hand open, I think I'm going to have the other hand closed, which is C6. And that way we get the best of both worlds there. As you can see, we got a closed little arm. That's looking good. It's saying gun, B22. So if I didn't want that hand, I could put a gun on this. Oops, I said the G word. I said the G word. I'm sorry. So B22, this little piece here, which I am taking off, I could decide not to have the hand. Take that off, and I can put a gun on. Now, just trying to think how the gun goes. God. Don't know. They're saying about putting a gun onto the open hand. Anyway, that's what the gun looks like. I wouldn't be using that yet anyway. We'll have a look at that afterwards. So we've got 2 arms. Haven't asked me to put that on yet. We get to do that at the end. So I'm just going to put them gently to one side. Bingo. What have I done? I just got all the right parts, but not necessarily in the right order. Yeah. It's when I finish this and I've created Optimus Prime or something. Right. B16. We're making the left leg now. And once again, now these little pieces here, I've got to be careful because these are, look, these are the joints here. So B16 is going into C18, which again, trying to figure that out. So that's this one here, C18, yeah. So this is going into the top here. Whoops, got a bit of flashing there. Get in there. Come on. Perfect. Then this is going into B6, which is here. I love how these come off. And I'm guessing this just slots in. Let me have a look at this. Stand by. This can only go in one way by the look of it. Yep. So that has to go in that way, I'm guessing. Like that. It has to go in that way, doesn't it? Yep. Okay. A9. I don't know why I'm stressing so much over this. So I need one of them. A7. Which is one of them. And then B7. Which is one of these. And then I'm going to be putting these in. So, let's figure this out. The piece I've just got here. Stand by. Is... It doesn't make sense. Why doesn't my picture make sense? It doesn't look like the picture. This is what worries me. Have I taken the wrong piece off here? That's definitely the right piece. So that one's going to go in here, like that. Perfect. On the other side, this is going to go in here, I guess. Yep, I think that goes in here. I don't know. And then I think we close it off by putting this side on over here. He says. I think that's right. I do think that's right. I don't. I get nervous because like this is supposed to be for eight years upwards. I'm struggling. There we go. So that's in like that. That looks right. Does that look right to everyone else? It looks right. I'm going with it. I'm going to continue doing it. It looks right. I'm sure it's right. Let's put C4 in. I'm going to do one leg and then we can do the other one. So I'm looking for C4. That's A, Wayne. Come on. That's A. C. C4, right? That's this one. So this is part of the foot. So I need to get C2. I'm going to go back to this close-up camera again. C2. That's going to be something that looks like a foot. Here we go. There we go. One of them. Then I need A21 and A10. Oh, there's A10. Look at this. No sprue cutters. And A21, which is one of these. Lovely jubbly. So one of these is the heel, which goes on over this side like that. Then we've got the front of the foot, I guess, shoe, which gets pushed into there. Nice. And then this is going to go between these 2 points here. So let's get this right. I want this to be that way round. And I'm putting this in here. So that's the joint, I guess. And then this is going to go onto the boot somehow. Which isn't helping. Oh, wait a minute. Does that go in there? I think that does. Ah, like that. Oh, something fell off. What was that? Okay. I'll put that back on in a second. I don't know where that come from. That was the top bit, wasn't it? Okay, that looks... Let me have a look at the shoe again. They don't show you a completed one. I'm just looking at the picture. Yeah, that's right. There we go. So we've got a leg on here. This coming from the top. And as I said, there is a way around this goes. So that's going on just like that. So that's one leg done. Now we know what we're doing. I say we know what we're doing. I'm going to do the other one. Countdown music in my head now. Have you had your second pack of it? It's been sent out, Jeff Dunn, so hopefully soon. You had that one if you're better than an 8-year-old. I don't know. If you go to the museum at Manston, you may as well pop along and say hello to the face. That's what I'm going to do, John. As I said, this time last year I was down there. But apparently that Airwolf helicopter thing, it's just available to look at. You know, you don't need special permission or anything like that. So I figure it's a Bell 222. I'm going to have a check of it and see what it's looking like. I'm just going to grab all these bits off that I need for this. So B15, C17. Get these two bits together. But you're right, they've got Spitfires there. There's a couple of museums down there, so it's just worth a trip out. I haven't been down to, as I said, Ramsgate since I was gone. I was a young whippersnapper on my way to Dunkirk. I was actually going to Germany at the time to a place called Andernach. Andernach on the Rhine. Okay, I'm thinking this is the right way round. I'm sure it is. This one has got a tiny bit of flashing on the back of it. There we go. It does break off quite easily though. There you go. That's clicked in. Then I need A8, A6 and B4. A8, A6, B4. There you go. Ow. Right, let's get this round the right way. So A8, this one here, let's get this right, is going to go into the larger hole there. Perfect. Then this, hang on a second. This is going to be going into the little hole here. That looks good. And then I'm closing that off by putting the other side on. This is going to have to go that sort of angle so I can get this into place. Come on. Oh, no. There you go. Perfect. And then I'm just going to be getting the foot. Perfect. The C4 thing. I don't know what it is. That's this thing here. Oh God, let's get this right. Oh, and I've got to put the 2 bits on the shoe, which was this one here. And also, I'm missing one. Hang on. Stand by. A21 and A10. So that's A21. That goes in the front there. A10 is the back, which I've got here. That's the heel. Perfect. And then, this is the tricky bit. Get this right. So this is going in here. Oh, stand by. How did I do this before? I think it goes under there, like that. It's the only way it can go. Let me just look at this. Stand by a second. Nah, that's got to go in that way, but I can't get that through there. How am I supposed to do that? I'm looking at the shape of this part that it's going into. But I can't see any way that I can get that in there. Oh, it's right. It can go in there. So I've done the other one wrong. You really do need to push that around to get that in. So then when this goes on here, this is going to fit flush in here. Right, that makes a lot more sense now. Hang on a second. When I can get the blinking thing in. There you go. So it should look like that, not like that. Let me just quickly fix this. This won't take long. If I can get it out. Stand by. Right, so it's coming out that way. There you go. So I really need to push hard to get this in here. Like that. Then that slots in. Perfect. And then this can go in there. There you go. 2 legs are done. Nice. Next, we are going to be... Do they want me piecing this in yet? Nope, they don't need me to piece that in yet. A24. Let's get these out. Broken bones. Yeah, my hands are really hurting. Get your coat. Why you got to... Look at me. I'm looking at a sprue which has got nothing on it. So that can go in the bin because that's going to confuse me. A24. This one's got nothing on either. So I can get rid of that one. Look at this. This is great. I might actually finish a model tonight. Right. A24 is quite a big piece here. Let me just... Right, these are going... Right, okay. So the piece that we created here of the body, this A24 I've got is actually going to be going onto this piece. So it sort of fits in the back there. So it looks like that. I'm guessing that's right. Yep, it looks right, which means the other one I've got here. And once again, how they, let me go back to this camera, how they can do injection molding with the different colors, I don't understand how that works. I've seen injection molding machines and I didn't realize they can do things like this. 10th fate, why don't you wait? It might finish. No, this is going to finish. I will finish. Look, we've got empty sprue. Look, an empty sprue puts a smile on my face. Whether I can do this model without breaking anything, now that's another thing. There we go. That's looking good. Okay. So we're at the point now where we're putting it all together. So, I mean, it's going to look pretty cool. So, here we go. Right. Let me turn the hand around. So this is the right arm. That's going to go, whoops, into this ball joint here, which isn't the easiest thing to get in. Stand by. You've got to push this in, but there's got to be a simple way to do this, surely. No, come on. There isn't a simple way to do this. Get in there. How the devil am I supposed to put this in here? I've definitely got the right size ball joint on here. Oh my God, let's try the other arm. It can't go on any other way, so it has to go on here. It just doesn't want to go in. Do I put oil on this to help me? Is it giving me any hints of how to do this? This is the final stage. Can you believe that? It's the final stage and I really don't want to push hard on it. This is the smaller of the holes as well. You know what? I am going to put a little bit of oil on here, okay? Let's see if that makes a difference. I just can't get this in. Any ideas? Yeah, this is crazy. There's no way. Can I twist it round to get it in? No. This is the hole it's going in. What about this bit I can take off of here? What about... Did I put this on the right way? I don't think this can go on that way, can it? I think I had it on the wrong way. Because then I reckon this is going to be able to go in there. Yeah, I think I put it on the wrong way. Let me check. It's still quite hard to get in. Bigger hole though. Yep. I had it on the wrong way. I must have. Oops, look, that's fallen out. I'll put that back on in a second. Yeah. I'm just looking at the picture though. Let me go back to the pictures here. They definitely had them on the other way. Definitely had them on the other way. This is the correct way that I've got them on here. How on earth I'm supposed to get these in here, I don't know. Let me, there is no simple way to get these on. Has anyone done one of these models? There's no way an 8-year-old's doing this. There's no way I can get that in there. And the thing is, the way I've put this one on, it's... I've just pulled this off now. Let me have a think about this. Right, the way I've put this on, which I can't get off now. I'm ready to scream. There's got to be a simpler way to do this. That's definitely in the wrong way. I'm looking at the picture. I'm going to show you the picture just so you can see for yourself, okay? It's not just me. Look at the top picture there. I've definitely got them in on that side the right way round. Okay? So once again, if I That's the left arm. Yeah, yeah. It does. I mean, I've got the right arm here. I'm going to try and put into this ball joint here, but like it is really. I'm tempted to just like give it a little bit of leeway that I can get it in there, but it's just not going in. And I've tried oil. I've got oil on this now. Normally, I'd get my hammer on this. But you know what? I reckon if I'm having problems with this, which I am, I bet you I have the same problems with the legs. Let's try that. So, stand by. Yeah, look, the legs. I can't even get the legs in. Oh, there we go. That's one leg in. So the legs can go in a lot easier. Let's do this one. Now look, the legs, I'm pushing in from the top, but you don't have that luxury with this. Do I? What do you reckon? There's an 8-year-old struggling with it. Imagine, and this is why his Optimus arm fell off. Yeah. Can you now make a car? Yeah. See, yeah, don't transform. There's got to be a way, because it just wants to slip out your hands when you put this in. To get that pushed in here, you've got to get the right sort of like full force of this on here. Oh, I've done it. Look, I've done it. God. Wow. Okay, so now we've got the problem. I've got to try and get this out of here because I've got it in the wrong thing. So let me think about this. Oh, whoa, hang on. Right, I'm looking. Right, so I need to. Perhaps if I push that out, can I push it out? This is where I'm going to hurt myself. I know I am. I'm going to hurt myself. I need to get this out of here. That's too big. I need to turn this around the right way. And it's not having it. Can I now pull that? I don't know. Let's try that. No. Let's take that part out. I need to get this part out of this part. Ah, there you go. We've done it. Right. So, let's do this right. Okay, so, got to remember how this goes now. This goes in here. Like, I think that goes in there, doesn't it? Like that. Okay. The bigger joint goes in here. Through the top. Like that. This is going to go on here. And we know which way round it goes now. Doesn't make it any easier, that's for sure. Like that. So then I've got to try. Hang on. I've got the wrong hand on, haven't I? I think I've put the wrong hand on. 1 second. I'm going to keep that off for a second while I just figure this out. I've put the wrong hand on because I'm an idiot. All right. Let's put the right hand on. Someone mentioned that, didn't they? Okay, so this is the right hand. Okay, that's good. Right. I've got oil on this. Let's see if I can get this in. Nope. What about if I push that onto there first? That would be easier, wouldn't it? I think that's what someone just mentioned. Let's try that. I think, stand by. I've got it. That's in. Right, so then I should be able to just push that onto here. I think. Like that. Is that on? I think. Oh, no, it fell off. Stand by. Why do I have to have these blinking things? I'm going to make sure I put it on the right way. Stand by. There is a way this goes on, you see, so. There you go. So that's should be on there. Right. Why does the arm keep falling off? There's no reason for it now. I've got it round the wrong way. Let me turn that round. Right, that's got to go in that way. I'm just trying to... You've got to line this piece up, you see, and slot it in there. Right, there you go. We've done that far. We're almost there. We're almost there. What is the time? Oh, you've got to be kidding me. This has taken all night. This is ridiculous. Right, okay, right. We're going to put these back bits back in now. Oh, this must have been painful to watch. Why can't I just do things properly on a live stream? It's a wonder you guys, I mean, believe me when I actually do these builds. Right, then I get to decide what head to put on. So, two kinds of heads here. I like this one. I'm going to put this head on here. Please don't tell me I'm going to have a problem with this one there. The head fits on okay, actually. So he's on, and then I've just got to make the base. So I should have time to make the base. I need to make sure he stands up on his own, like that. Look how tall this is. Let me, I don't think I need these on anymore. Let's give you an idea of what an hour it takes to do this. Look, that's how big it is. This is actually the same sort of size as the actual proper one I've got, the transforming one, which is a little bit weird. But he looks all right. He looks okay. What is it? We're going into overtime tonight. No, we're not. Because, look, the base is going to be easy. Look, the base. We just need this, okay? I've got the emblem to put on. They gave us 2 emblems for some reason. I don't know why that is. So I'm going to be putting, unless we put them in different places, I guess, into a point. Is it here? I don't know. I'm just looking. Yeah, I think it's in here. Once again, though, they're not really helping me about how you're doing this. There you go. So the emblem's going on like that. And then we're creating some sort of like, is it some sort of shaft to hold this in? Once again, though, they're not really helping with how we're piecing this together. We've got these little parts here, which are going to sort of like join them together. So that one's going to go in there. This one's going to go in there to make sort of like a bit, if you like. This one here, once again, is going to go on the end. Like that. And then this is going to plug into, whoops, get it in the right way. This is going to plug into the back, into the hole, just there. Oh, like that. So you can sort of pose him so like he's, well, oh, I've got to add a bit, hang on. There's one more bit to add, which is that piece and this piece. Just on the end here. So, let me quickly just do that. See, ye of little faith. So that goes in there. This one's going to go the other side. Then this can go in here. Oops. And then it can just all fall apart. Stand by. Stand by. We're not in overtime tonight. There you go. And then this bit here will go into here. Why would I have him in the air, though? I mean, he stands up on his own already. Perhaps the reason you want him in the air, because looking at how they're displaying it here, I can have him sort of like mid-jump or something like that. I think that's what he's meant to be. I don't know. He can be doing all sorts of weird acrobatics and stuff. You get the idea. It can't really hold its own weight though very well. I mean, there you go. That's not too bad. And then you can sort of pose him how you want, I guess. That's not too bad, is it? Now the thing is that I'm left with bits. Is this normal for a Gundam model? Like these are C18 and C19, and I've got a C13 here, and I've got these parts here, which were those yellow bits on the back, which these are just silver. I'm guessing, and I've got whatever this is here. And that's the other hand, so I know what that is. We've got a spare one of those. But yeah, none of this. Let me go back to this camera. None of this I used, which is a little bit weird. I want to check these 18 and 19. These are part of the. Now this is sprue B19. Let me just see if I was meant to put in. No, definitely not. They look like part of the foot. But yeah. What about the shoulder? B18 and B19. I'm looking. I'm looking. Let me go back to this camera. No. That's weird. Why would we have spares? Is that normal? But pretty much we finish. We are finished. That's little tiny Bumblebee done. There's testament I can actually finish a model on the stream. I don't know why I'd put him on this stand, I have to say. I'm going to have to put him in some sort of dramatic, you know, Superman pose or something like that. But can you believe that took an hour? And I do have bits left over. I mean, look, what's this bit from? Oh, this was that gun. Look, look, look. So this is the gun here. So I can replace the hand. Whoops, put this on the end. With this piece here, if I want a gun. And then I can have the gun in place of the hand. Do I want that? Don't know. Don't know. What Enterprise D parts do you have? I've got all the way up to stage 27 now. But obviously I've got the full set for the ones that are here for my nephew. So I really need to get back onto that as well. There's so many models. I was looking at the Titanic today thinking, I need to get onto that. There's just so much. Well spotted, Mark. What did Mark spot? I'm just waiting for it all to fall apart. No. And at the start, we should be able to get both of them finished tonight. You don't know me at all if that's what you think. That's crazy. But you know what? You know, I thought I'm going to do this because I think this is going to be a little bit easier. I do get nervous when I see things left on the sprue, I have to say. But I've definitely done that. But I don't know where I'm going to store the spare parts. But it's been fun. It's been fun. I can't believe it's taken me an hour, though. I hope you enjoyed that. Anyway, I will be live streaming normal tomorrow. You're going to like tomorrow's video. It's Darth Vader, and you hear me whinging and moaning again about how missing Pack 8. But, you know, it's all fun, isn't it? Everyone's happy. You got kind of far to build Sorcerer's about a quarter complete. The battle bridge section in the nacelle, I'd give all it away. Just don't want to throw it away. Yeah, I mean, look, mine are on the wall at the moment over there. So, and the Enterprise is actually now down underneath. It's that one there, the Enterprise. That's the one that I'm not modding. So, all cool. But yeah, I am going to change the lights in here, I think, so we can lose this light. Because at the moment, it's hiding Optimus Prime. So, we'll get that sorted as well. Nah, I've still got 6 stages of the Titanic to do, Jeff. It's basically the rigging. The rigging and the photo etch. So, you know how long that's going to take. Perhaps I'll do 1 stage at a time or something, because it's just going to take forever. Anyway, listen, thank you all for joining me tonight. Take care, and I will see you later. I really do need to do an outro as well. We'll figure that one out. See you later. Bye.